stir it, it's going to be cloudy. Things aren't going to be clear. But if you just let that settle, then clarity will come to you. And so that always to me has been a powerful quote to hold on to. This, of course, is from scriptures from Isaiah 30:15. In quietness, in trust is your strength. And then two of my most favorite ones. It is often in silence we hear God the loudest. I can't stress that enough. You'll see as we go through week 2. So if you remember, in one of the weeks together, we gave you an exercise where we said if you really want to know your inner self, Eckhart Tolle gave an exercise in one of his books, I think it was The Power of Now, where if you want to hear who the real is you, then you ask to yourself, you say something to yourself silently in your mind, and then you ask yourself, what is that? Who is that heard that? And that is you. That is God. That is the essence. That is source. That is divine intelligence operating within you. And you'll see as we get into these next couple slides that it is really, truly in silence and solitude when we can cut out the noise and the distractions of the outer world, the opinions of others. And today, this is very challenging work, but important because there are so many distractions upon us, as we've talked about in weeks prior, including social media, right? In news, in content, in emails, in cell phones. And it's really, really important to take some time to cut out the noise, to cut out the outer noise, because to hear God the loudest, to hear that inner voice the loudest, to hear that inner intuition the loudest, we need to cut out all external noise. And one of my favorite quotes ever is from Psalms 46:10, and it says, "Be still and know that I am God." It's in the stillness, it's in the silence, it's in the solitude. It's without the noise that we can hear that inner voice. We can feel that inner intuition. And I have spent so much of my own life, and I used to always refer to myself as a lone wolf. And just figuratively speaking, I spend a lot of my time in my life in silence, in solitude. And for many years, it would bother my friends and my family and my spouse because they didn't understand it, right? But for me, it was always in silence and it was always in solitude that I've experienced this in my own life, that I can hear God the loudest. If there's really something in my life that I want to work on, if I need answers, if I need clarity, if I need direction, I will almost immediately, all the time, go to silence and solitude. And for me, that practice is, I'm not asking you guys to, I thoroughly enjoy a lot of time in silence and solitude, but I'm not asking you guys to go that extreme like me, and we'll get into some of the homework and exercise in the end of this, but I often will spend 7 to 10 days out backpacking in the wilderness, just completely in silence and solitude. And it is just such an amazing feeling when you come back from that. You're not talking to anybody. You're not having conversations. There's a practice in different spiritual cultures where you just go into silence. Like, you literally don't talk to people for some time. There's people that have not talked to people the rest of their lives. And that's, everybody has their journey, right? But just taking a day to not have a conversation with anyone or anything, and just to be quiet, and the information that comes to you, it's just an incredible experience to go through. And that's something that you guys can experiment with as well too. I have a cabin in the woods. I will often go into my cabin in the woods. I used to call it my prayer cabin and my solitude cabin. And I'll have a lot of guests and friends and family and students as well, who will also take me up on my offer to spend time in that cabin in complete silence and solitude to hear God. every day I spend the first hour of my day in silence and solitude. I'll actually get in my truck, I'll go somewhere nice,